I would argue that watching self-growth content can prevent you from becoming the best version of yourself, and more specifically, the overconsumption of self-growth content. And this is coming from a self-growth content creator, so it's not like I'm just yapping about nothing, but I really just wanted to pose a question so you can ask yourself, are you watching too much self-growth content or self-improvement content? So yeah, I'm going to talk about why it could be preventing your growth. And I'm also going to talk about why it could just be bad in general for you. And when I ask the question, are you watching too much self-growth content? I think typically the first response or the first reaction is that there can never be too much self-growth content, or there can never be too much consumption of this self-improvement content, which yeah, I completely understand that. It's completely understandable. You would rather watch 30 self-growth videos over 30 brain rot videos. But honestly, I would argue that both of these things are giving you a false sense of accomplishment when you watch them. When you're on social media and you watch 30 brain rot TikToks or 30 brain rot Instagram Reels, you're tricking your mind into having this false sense of accomplishment, thinking that you've actually done something positive in your life because your dopamine receptors are spiking looking at these videos. But the same way that that can happen with a lot of the brain rot content that we may watch, it can also happen with self-growth videos. You're giving your mind this false sense of accomplishment that you've actually changed directly after watching a video. And most of the time when you watch one video, when you watch two videos, of course that can potentially change you. It can change the way that you look at life. But the overconsumption of something is just gonna put whatever you watch from one ear to out the other. But the main thing that I really want to drive home with that point is that anything can really be bad. The overconsumption of anything can be bad. Drugs can be bad, alcohol can be bad, talking to girls can be bad. But the same way that those things can be bad, exercising can be bad for you, cleaning can be bad for you, watching self-growth content can be bad for you. Anything in excess, anything that is overly done, anything that is consuming your mind and becoming an idol to your life can be bad for you. For example, I can talk about a personal experience that might resonate with somebody. A little bit ago, I think I got somewhat addicted to exercising, addicted to lifting weights. And honestly, I didn't really think that this was a bad thing for me necessarily, because I've had friends that were addicted to drugs now. I've had friends that were becoming addicted to alcohol. And for me, my personal vice was being addicted to exercising. So for me, it seemed like at the bare minimum, if I'm gonna be addicted to something, I might as well be addicted to this. But eventually, over time, it started to just take a mental toll on me, because when I wasn't exercising, when I wasn't in the gym, I felt like I was wasting my day away. When I was taking a rest day, I felt like that day could not be productive because my entire focus was on the gym and the gym only. I had nothing else really going for me at the time. It was just focused on exercising. But I say all that just to reiterate the point that anything can be bad. Anything can be bad for you. And specifically in this situation, I feel like self-growth and the consumption of self-growth content can be regressing you in ways that most people don't even recognize, or most people wouldn't even bat an eye at. If you're watching this video, I'm sure your YouTube algorithm is probably focused on hundreds of self-growth content. It's focused on the reminders, the tips, anything involved with self-growth content. And you're getting an overload of the creators, the content, the concepts, and it's like your mind is getting overloaded with information. You're not remembering any of the creators. You're not remembering anything of what they say. It's going from one ear out the other. And when it gets to this point, I feel like we're tricking ourselves into thinking that we're actually growing when the whole time we're actually just regressing ourselves. And I really felt the urge to create this video when I reflected on my own content. I reflected on the concepts that I was talking about, the content that I was putting out for you guys. And I realized that I was somewhat teetering towards quantity rather than quality. I was more so focusing on, I guess, the concepts of what I was talking about rather than focusing on just trying to make sure that the individual viewer is getting the most out of the video. And then after I reflected on that, I kind of questioned what brought me to that point. Why did I feel like I had to focus more so on the concept of self-growth rather than focusing on the person that's watching the video? And then I reflected and recognized that it was really just me trying to compete with all of the self-growth content out there. And this is one of the main reasons why I feel like you might be consuming too much self-growth content. Because as a creator, as somebody who's in this niche and has friends in this niche, I recognize that you're not getting as much value as you think you're getting. And I'm not saying this to throw shade at anybody at all, but if you look on your videos and you look at the algorithm, you're seeing people post 5 to 10 videos a week. it's too much consumption of these concepts. You're not even remembering who these people are. You're not even remembering what they're saying. The only thing that you're getting out of that video is that you're watching a self-growth video, so you feel like you're supposed to be growing from it. But since it's so much, since you're watching and consuming so much, you're actually not gaining anything from anything. When you're watching so much self-growth content, it's like you're not watching them because you genuinely want to grow. It's like you're watching them because you feel like you have to. And you're watching them because it seems like you just want the feeling of growing without actually applying the work and actually doing the work on yourself. When you overconsume self-improvement content, I feel like it's for one of two reasons. One, because you're just bored, you just want something to watch. And two, because you feel like you want that feeling of growing without actually putting the work in. Because it's so easy to watch a video. It's so easy to watch something and then feel like you're growing based off of that. But what's not easy is getting a journal, going outside, reflecting on your thoughts, trying to just make yourself the best version of yourself. And it seems like the concepts that these people are talking about never necessarily resonates with us, because it's like you're more so focused on just the idea of growing instead of actually taking what they're saying, being receptive to what they're saying, actually applying that to your life. It's like we're not doing enough of that. Pretty much what I'm trying to say with that is that when you overconsume self-growth content, it's like you're tricking your mind into thinking that you're growing. When you watch a video, when you watch a 6-minute self-improvement video, you kind of feel like you've done enough of the work for today. It seems like you've studied enough about yourself, you've done enough research to become the person that you want to be. And it kind of tricks you into thinking that you don't have to do anything else. And I'm not naive enough to not recognize that this video in itself may seem hypocritical. Because like I said, as you can see, I am a self-growth content creator. I'm in this niche. And I also felt like I've kind of teetered towards that quantity over quality aspect, similar to what I'm talking about. But what I recognize is that at the end of the day, this is all a business. This is all just people wanting to make money and wanting to grow their audience, which I can't blame anybody for, but I'm understanding that that's not really what I want from this channel anymore. I don't want to profit off of this channel at the expense of polluting your mind with the overconsumption of everything. I don't want that to be me. For me, when I create a YouTube video, the intention all really boils down to me wanting the viewer to become the best version of themselves. I want the viewer to watch my video. I want them to view themselves a little bit differently. I want them to apply a lot of the aspects of what I'm talking about to their lives. I want to just help people grow. That's all I want. And if you're over consuming my content, if you recognize that you're watching my videos and you're not gaining anything from it, and the only thing that it's doing is making you feel like you're growing and you're actually not, then I want you to stop watching, because I want to impact you guys in a way that it feels like it's not overconsumption, if you understand what I'm trying to say. And I know I've said a lot in this video, so to summarize everything that I've said, I want you to watch videos that are going to make you improve yourself, but I don't want you to overconsume that content so much so that you're not benefiting or you're not gaining anything from anything. I want you to continue to ask yourself the question, am I watching too much self-improvement? I want you to look at your algorithm, look at the videos that you're watching, and then question, did I actually apply any of that to my life? Did I actually grow from that video? I want you to find maybe 1, 2, 3 creators that you genuinely love, that you genuinely adore, leaders that you feel like can actually help you become the best version of yourself, and watch that person. Don't watch the hundreds of thousands of content out there, because you're over consuming all of that stuff. I want you to find your 2 to 3 creators, focus on their videos, watch their videos, and actually apply that stuff to your life. And I'm not saying that that creator is me. I'm not saying that I need to be a part of that 1 or 2 creators that you watch that's actually gonna help you grow. Because there are probably some subscribers that are watching this video and recognizing that I'm not the creator that is gonna help them grow. And I'm completely fine with that. Like I said, all I want is for you to grow. But there's probably somebody else watching this video that recognize that they relate to me, they resonate with me, and want to continue watching me. And to that person, I completely welcome you. I thank you for watching this video, and I appreciate you for coming along. But at the very end of the day, be careful of what you're watching, be careful of what you're consuming. And like I said, find those 1 or 2 people that are going to actually help you maximize your growth, and stick with them. Focus on that. And dang, I should have said this earlier, but 9 times out of 10, less is more. The overconsumption of anything is bad. Less is oftentimes more. Another exercise analogy I can use for that, dang, it's like I'm still addicted to the gym. But it's like when you exercise, you might think that overloading on volume, doing more exercises is gonna help you grow your muscles. But in case you didn't already know, less is more with that. When you do less volume, when you do less exercises, less reps, sometimes that can help your muscle grow just that much more. It's the same exact way with self-growth. Less is more. You're going to benefit more from watching less and retaining more. You're not going to grow as much from watching more and then retaining just a little bit less. But yeah, that's all I've got. Like I said before, if I'm that creator that you feel like you resonate with, you relate to, then welcome to the channel. I appreciate you all. But nonetheless, even if that creator is not me, I appreciate you for watching this video. Thank you for your time. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.